everyone. Is this recording? Why is it not showing me my vocal wave patterns? Okay, well, I know that I'm not muted, so it should be recording. We'll see. Should have done a test, I guess. Hi, everyone. It's me again. It's a good thing I named my channel after myself, so don't have to worry about introducing myself every time. Let's get into it. Kevin Hart. Why are you all surprised? Why are you surprised? Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Why? Like, seriously, why? I just don't understand. Like, I have been for years saying that this man is a coon. He's a coon, a buffoon, his head shaped like a balloon. Like, one of them airhead balloons. Like, I don't understand. Like, y'all have been out here supporting this man, ranting and raving about him, defending him to the T. And there are so many places I want to go with this. I really should have taken notes, but I'm just going to see what comes out. So the first thing that I just thought about is the people who are so anti-gay and all this other stuff, saying things about men in dresses and things like that, and how that's, what you got to do to make it and all this other stuff. So that's a part of the reason that they hate people. It's a part of the excuse that they give themselves, this new excuse that's been around since the 2010s of people hating trans women and having a problem with us. And they'll say, and then gay guys and everybody, but definitely trans women, because it's the whole specific thing of you. It's not, they don't say, oh, you gotta kiss a dude. No, they say you gotta put on a dress. Because apparently putting on a dress is the most humiliating thing that a man can do, despite the fact that, one, that just doesn't make sense. It's not. Men would gladly put on a dress. Men put on dresses for fun. Our vice president has done it. All these other people have done it. So many politicians have done it. Black people all over the fucking interweb do it all the time. Black dudes making fun of black women. There was this big trend on that back in the 2010s and the 2020s, early 2020s. So to me, and I quit cigarettes 2 years ago, but shame on me. I picked them back up again because I am destitute. I'm not in the best situation right now. So here we are. Nevertheless, I did get a 4.0 last semester. So there we have it. My first collegiate 4.0, and possibly my first 4.0 in my entire life, to be quite honest with you. Don't get me wrong, I've been an honor student throughout college since my first semester, but and then last semester I got a 3.7 and just barely made the dean's honor list. A 3.70, I was right on the money. And what do you call it? Because that's the bare minimum. And the first semester I started at St. Louis University, I had a 3.8, 3.77, which they rounded up to a 3.8. Every time one, I remind myself of my grandmother on my sperm donor side, and two, Dewana, and two, I remind myself of do what it is you came here to do. If you don't get that reference, then you need to go back and watch The Matrix again, because forget it. Like, fuck you. But yeah, so I just don't understand why everybody is surprised. But it's just so funny to me how these same dudes who will talk about, they'll make you put on a dress, will support all of these people in dresses. These are a lot of the same types of black people who will say, oh, Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry. They'll even big up Tyler Perry. They big him up already, but they also big him up because, since the beginning of his career, he came out, at least his cinematic career, he came out with that whole Oprah show thing, 100 Black Men or something. And he admitted that he was gay because he thought that, or at least that he thought that he was gay because of him being touched when he was a kid. I don't know the extent of which, to which he, of what he experienced, but I know that at the very least he was molested. So he was touched as a kid. So by a man. So, or I mean, a male, I'll say, because it could have just been, not just, but it could have been an older boy or something. But I don't know the details of his story. I just know that that's what he admitted to. And, he came out with I know gay no more. I ain't gay no more, all that good stuff. So, whatever. But I'm supposed to be doing schoolwork right now. But, like, girl, I'm so mad. So mad at black people. I'm not even mad at Kevin Hart because he's an ass, a coon, and we already knew this shit. It's like getting mad at somebody who is getting mad at somebody for doing something that you knew was going to happen if you did so and so. I mean, like, you expected that. You should have expected that. But, like, they appreciated Kevin Hart. Why was he not canceled when you found out he was out here wearing dresses for roles to make it? And why didn't you take that as a sign that this is the type of stuff that he would bring to fruition? This Netflix special, if you don't know, I'm sorry I'm taking so long to get to it, but I thought that y'all already knew. Kevin Hart had a roast through Netflix, and he was the one who was supposed to be roasted, and he was the roast. But I mean, he was really just a fucking raw ass motherfucking turkey, cause or whatever the fuck they was cooking, ham, because wasn't nothing roasted, wasn't nothing even cooked. They literally dressed that shit up, put it in the oven, kept it in there for the amount of time, and then pulled it back out without ever preheating or heating. Like, and they sat down to eat, and they have the audacity to sit up here and look at us like we're crazy because we're not touching that shit that looked like Miley Cyrus at the VMAs. We're not touching it. I just don't understand. Like, I used to like you, Miley. I just don't understand. Like, it really upsets the crap out of me to see this type of stuff. Like, of course, I am upset with what was said at this event. This white supremacist rally, basically. Because what the fuck was going on? Like, why you already should have expected some shit when you saw the white dude who said the shit about George Floyd, Tony Hinchcliffe. Should have expected that because he's a racist and he's a Republican and he's in support of Trump and all kinds of shit. He was just at a Trump rally. But then I look in the crowd at one, in one of the videos that I'm, seeing displaying, showing us the situation. And it's none other than, what's that motherfucker's name? Andrew Scholes. Andrew Scholes is in the crowd. And it's like, okay, so like these are your friends. These are the people who you're inviting to the. I mean, Chelsea Handler. I remember Chelsea lately. I remember the show that she had. I don't know if that one was the one that was Chelsea lately or what, but like there was a show that she was on. Then she ended up having a show. She had like a little sitcom. Then she ended up with a talk show or whatever. And I was in high school when it came out, and it was like 2011 or something, 2012. And I was in love. Like I wasn't in love, but I really did like it. Like, and I liked her. I was forced to get into her by this white foster mom, but it didn't seem forced at first because she seemed cool. But then, and she was funny. But then something happened, some kind of racial situation happened. I don't recall, but I just remember not being surprised and then letting her go and being mad as shit and letting her go. And it's been so long, I don't even fucking remember. I'm not. I don't. I barely remember that I even liked her at one point. But what do you call it? These people are on the stage with him. So I mean, these people are at the event with him. These people have been invited to this event, this private event. So it is disgusting to me that we have black people who will reach the heights of a Kevin Hart and still prove to the world. Because what they don't seem to care about is that this is what this says to the world. What this says to little black boys and girls, what this says to little white boys and girls, little Mexican black boys and girls, little Mexican black boys and girls, little whatever. Like, Latin, Afro Latin, whatever. Like, Asian. It says to everybody in the society that being a coon is the politically correct thing to do. Kevin Hart knows this, but I need you all to get with me here. Kevin Hart has massive influence over the entire society and societies all over the world because he is a successful black man whose face is in all media, all forms of media, just about. He is all mainstream forms of media. He's in it. He's in games. He's in movies. He's in TV shows. He's in kids stuff. He's in family stuff. He's very big in that stuff. He's in comedy. He's in dramas. He's in movies that shouldn't be fucking made. And where the fuck are the kids at? Like Jumanji. Like, he's in all of these things. Was there a single kid in Jumanji? The new one? Or the new two, I guess. I think there was a second one they made too. Because all I saw was Dwayne, the white girl, the white dude, and or was it another black dude? And what I think it was a white dude. And what's his name? Kevin. That's it. I think Kevin is the other black dude I was thinking about. That's all I saw. Those are the only people I saw. So, like, whenever I saw the previews for the movie and all that other stuff, and it's like, I grew up with the original Jumanji. I never to this day have seen those Jumanjis. I know they're trash. And that's why I never wanted to watch them, because I knew they were. I knew they would be. But it's just crazy because it's like, Jumanji, like, I grew up with the original one. Yeah, we had Robin Williams and the girl of interest who was a woman at the main point of the story as well, for the majority of the story as well. But, like, it was about them and their lost childhood and the kids and their current childhood. So where are the kids in Jumanji? But yeah, so um he's in everything. This man is very influential. He's on YouTube. He's in some of the biggest streamers' fucking videos. Kai Sanat. That's another problematic ass individual. And I'm gonna make a whole nother fucking video about his bitch ass if I haven't already. I gotta check. But this is the shit that we have to deal with. These are the people who have the influence over the kids and the populations. And they want these people to have this influence. Kevin Hart thinks that, oh, it don't matter. I don't care because I'm getting mine. Okay. And he really could have that mentality, and he might not ever have to, within this world, within this lifetime, pay for it. Because, I mean, by the time that he would really see a lot of the effects of what he put forth, it would be like he'd be set for the rest of his life. He wouldn't have to worry about it by the time things would really start ushering in and changing. And even if they did change while he's still here and has plenty of time to be here, he's already lived most of his life. Kevin Hart. He's old. He ain't old. But he old in that sense. He has lived most of his life. I've almost lived most of my life. Allegedly. Because, I mean, sometimes I'll be still trying to figure out, am I a vampire? What's going on? But, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand what to tell you people or to get you all hipped and off the dip in the whip. Because, I mean, y'all are whipped. Y'all are absolutely whipped. I don't know what else to say. Like, y'all are whipped by white supremacy. I'm talking about the fans, the people who have supported this man. You can't be mad at him now. What you mad at him for? Honestly, if he wasn't so egregious, I would honestly be out here defending him just to play devil's advocate. Because why are y'all mad? Just on the face of, like, why are y'all mad at him? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you expect? This man is a coon. If you let him coon in all these other ways, then what makes you think that when it really matters that he's not going to coon? Y'all have let him coon for years, y'all. For years. Meanwhile, a person like me is called non-black or not acknowledged as foundational or whatever the case may be because I'm trans. And then bitches want to pull out dark-skinned, ashy African feet. And I'm not saying that their feet are like that naturally. I'm saying they want to literally pull out pictures of African feet that are dark-skinned, ashy, and all kinds of stuff, raisined up, and have that represent me. because I'm trans, despite the fact that I am a full-fledged foundational Black American Creole woman on both sides. Couldn't you tell? I know I'm a little crooked today, girl. I'm always crooked. Fuck it. But you know, it's just what it is. I have to get on here and say this. And the girl is hot as hell. Hot as hell. And shit. You know when you take a fresh shit and that shit is steaming. I don't know whose shit is steaming, girl. I don't know if I've ever seen my shit steam. But I guess I ain't cooking it right, you know. But GDP. So anyway. But what do you call it? What's your GDP? What's your country's? No, but what do you call it? That just took me back. That took me back to middle school or high school. Girl, sophomore summer school is sophomore year, girl. But or was it summer school junior year? I think it was sophomore. But girl, a mess. A mess. A mess. You let him get up here and say all this disgusting shit about Black people, trying to call us N words and stuff, calling us ninjas instead, you know, all this other stuff. It's just ridiculous. And it kind of makes me want to bring up this whole YNBS and how we keep giving them terms to extend their racism in new ways. You know what I'm saying? How it's brought up and shit, that's a weed, girl. I thought that was a new fucking flower. New species in the yard, girl. You done let all these new weeds spring up because you on this dumb shit. Because you keep saying, oh, I want to prove to white people that I'm not too sensitive. Stop giving a fuck what white people think. And I know it's difficult. I'm not clapping at y'all like this just by your lonesome. I'm in there too. You know what I'm saying? Because there are moments when I give people opportunities that I should never give them. But stop it. Stop it. We all have to work out of that. We have got to stop. I'm not one of those people who's going to sit here and say we're our own fucking biggest enemy and we're our own problem, because white supremacy is a very, very, very formidable foe. And I'm sick of people acting like it's not. Sick of people saying, oh, it's just us. It's not just us. When did white supremacy stop? Oh, well, it's always going to be here. Yeah, the fuck it is. Jumping off the edge of the earth, space is always going to be here. That doesn't mean that you're ever going to be able to go out into fucking outer space and survive with nothing. Get your fucking spacesuit on. Where's my super suit? I put it away. But you got to wear your spacesuit. You got to get in that rocket. You got to get in that rocket. So, I mean, I just don't understand this. Like, yeah, there are things that are always existing, but we got to figure out how to work against those things and how to dismantle them. It's not just a matter of living with certain things. When you're talking about something like this, that could be ushered out of here just as quickly as it was ushered in, y'all keep acting like that's not true. It is very true. It might take a lot. It might take some things that we don't want to do. But we got to get it together. It is possible to get rid of this racist society. Think about that. But, okay, now y'all can start to see how hot it is up in this motherfucker. But, I'm just sick of seeing us settle for less. I'm going to never be the one to settle. Saving all my giving for my many on my level. Like, girl, that's one of my songs from my Catwoman album. But because you killed me. Lynn Ferguson. But it's just crazy. It just don't make no motherfucking sense. Like, stop settling. Get something on your level. If you don't like it here, move on. That's another song. It's only a 4-song EP. And I'm over here just running out these quotes. Move on. Don't Fall is one of the, it's the second song on the album. Because You Killed Me. But I gotta stop pretty soon, y'all. It's hot as I don't know what. I'm gonna try to make it through. I'll at least make it through another cigarette. But can't wait until I can afford my vapes again. But yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like y'all got people out here really just having us look crazy. Having us look crazy out here. Like inviting this stuff back. I saw a headline upon a Pierce Morgan fucking video that when I was scrolling through about the Kevin Hart situation, and it read comedy's back dot 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 until this question mark, was this too far is the wording in the thumbnail. And it's just crazy because it's just like I remember passing another video within which Piers was depicted as being very upset. And so, I don't recall exactly if it was the synopsis or if it was the thumbnail or if it was the title, but something informed me what the general gist of the video was about, some kind of verbiage or something, wordage, text. And it's basically about him being upset about one of the jokes that was told during the Kevin Hart show. And can you guess which one it's not? The George Floyd one. You all got it. Congratulations. Hit the subscribe button. That is your reward. But like, that's all it is. Like, it's just crazy. It's just like, he's not mad. You're not mad about a dead man who was murdered by police. And I'm sick of people saying dying at the hands of police. How do you die at the hands of police without being murdered by the police? Those said police. Like, I don't understand. Said police murdered your ass. You don't. That's like saying, y'all know what I'm thinking about. That's like saying some of those other statements that remove the culpability and the guilt from the equation, and definitely from the perpetrator because they identify with the perpetrator. Like that's what this is, and I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sick of finding out that you know a lot of us are stupid. It is so deflating. Like a lot of us are dumb, and it's in my family. Like sometimes I've had conversations with family members, older people who are like the next generation right before me, or something, and even the ones above that. And it's like they definitely know, but like they don't. Honestly, it's definitely the ones right above me. Gen X is something else, but like they don't seem to understand that one, things have changed, and two, you weren't even built for a lot of the stuff that you were doing that was going on back in your day, honestly, which is why I don't hear about too much. But like, and if you were just built for that. It's not the same. It is different out here nowadays. And I'm not saying it's more dangerous and it never was this dangerous or anything like that. I'm saying that what does add to the danger is a secret or an element of secrecy and discretion and political correctness that provides a guise or a cover or veneer for a lot of these evil people and evil things that are taking place. It's a lot more difficult to attack the racist attacks upon us because everything is so PC and they are co-opting a lot of the things that we put in place that matter. You know what I'm saying? So now they're able to sit here and say things like, oh, you can't discriminate against white people, and we're going to get rid of affirmative action because that's what it's doing. We're going to get rid of DEI because that's what it's doing. We're going to get rid of Black history because that's what it's somehow doing. Like, this is what's happening, and you all are letting this happen. And you all sat up there and watched that show, and you saw that motherfucker in the crowd. You saw that motherfucker on the stage. You saw fucking Andrew Scholes, who joked about raping Kendrick Lamar of all people, and y'all still supported that. You still wanted to see Kevin's roast, and then bitches want to come out here and talk about some. Oh well, you all don't know nothing about roast. No, you don't know shit about a motherfucking roast, bitch. What's the oldest roast you've seen? What's the history you got on roasts? Because let me tell you something. You couldn't even motherfucking tell a bitch how to cook a real roast, let alone how to cook a motherfucking black ass motherfucker on a stage without being racist as shit. Ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And let me read to y'all what the fuck I sent to old bitch ass what's his name? Tony what's his name? Hinchcliffe. I went on his motherfucking most recent post, which features him, out here at the Netflix special doing this little stand up, whatever the fuck you call it. And I typed up, "You Jack Skellington, Christopher Columbus, but can't find a hairline, dead eyed, Neanderthal, straw hair, dryer sheet, toupee wearing, pervert mustache sporting, rich, white, monotone, fag sounding, Babadook eared, airheaded, zombie faced krill creature. People like you are quite sad and pathetic because despite having of the success and privilege that one can possess, you find yourself talking shit about a group of people who are allegedly all of these horrible things that you spout about us. You all have an inability to be comfortable and content with what you have, which is why you all treat and treated Marilyn Monroe, Britney Spears, and other gems of your demographic as the rough with which you all surrounded them. You all have gone too far, and you will see just how regrettable is that decision for your lot very soon. All of the people who are within the main pentagram of your group's influence will be delivered exactly what it is that you all deserve for what you have ushered into this country and how you peons have failed its people." And I also, it's not on the image, but I also typed up, and don't even ask me what I think about black people being upon that stage because I don't see a single one of them. Because Regina wasn't on the screen, and she the only one I would have seen. So, aside from Kevin Hart's bitch ass, who was supposed to be black, it's a roast. Now that would have been acceptable. I don't know if it would have been acceptable coming from a white person. But at the very least, that's a joke, bitch. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, but again, coming from a white person, I'm not saying that because the whole problem is that you all are joking about blackness in a time when we still have not gotten past, and you still have not gotten past our blackness, and we still have not gotten past what is impeding us, or yeah, that you put in our way because of our blackness. So you can't joke about shit like that. That's like you taking away the rights of women to have abortions and then joking about dead babies and miscarriages. How do you get to do that? And you just sat up here and took away people's motherfucking right to an abortion. You got women around here being fucking zombified and turned into zombie incubators so that they can motherfucking give birth to babies who are going to be fucking dead in weeks. Is that baby still here? From the nurse in Georgia or the woman in Georgia or what have you, whom have you. Girl, it's ridiculous out here in these streets. And these motherfuckers don't give a damn. And Kevin Hart went to that funeral. He went to that man's funeral, sat with the family. Ludacris was there too. You know, he is so, Ludacris, I'm fairly certain, is so unproblematic and I love it. You know, you went to this motherfucking funeral and now you want to sit up here years later, 5 years later, 6 years later, talk about some, oh yeah, he, yeah, George Floyd's in hell looking up at us and he still can't breathe. So now this man is in a perpetual state of breathlessness. He's in a perpetual state of suffocation. We're finding out that they're finally going to motherfucking acknowledge what we've always known about the Kendrick Johnson situation and him being killed and his body being found empty of all its organs, major organs, in a motherfucking PE class at a high school. We're finding out that all of this motherfucking crazy ass shit that we've been saying for the longest about what happens to our people in jail, what happens to our people at school, what happens to our people in the streets, in their sheets, it's all motherfucking exactly how we've described it. The Jewish cabals, the child sex trafficking rings run by people of, major political influence, all this other stuff. This is all real. And you want to sit up here and joke around about our status as Black people literally right after the Voting Rights Act was just gutted? I'm pretty sure Kevin Hart don't descend from people like me from this country. I don't, I would bet that he, one or two generations back, has some kind of foreign ancestry. But even if he doesn't, it's not surprising to me because we do have coons within our culture. That's how we came up with the word. But or came up with the definition because we didn't come up with the word. But yeah, it's ridiculous out here. I just don't understand it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of you all worried about everything else. I was watching this video about how, gangsters in LA are, Black gangsters in LA are trash and they're super racist and they're basically colonizers and they're joining ranks with Mexicans. They're scared of Mexicans and joining ranks with a lot of Latinos to terrorize Black people. The only people they terrorize are Black people. Meanwhile, the Aryan Nation, who they worship, and the essays are attacking their people as well. So it's like, and they're supporting them. So, and by their people, I mean Black people, like the gang's people, Black people. They're attacking Black people, these essays and these Aryan Nation members. And y'all are out here just supporting this shit. It's ridiculous. But I agreed with it because I was just sitting here like, girl, this is too much. I've been saying for the longest, and everybody says it, that the Black people in California are just a totally different breed. Totally different breed. And it makes sense when you look at the demographics, but it's a mess. And I've felt that way about people on the East Coast too. Like when I look at people from New York and I listen to them, if you don't sound recognizable in a Black way to me, and I know that a lot of us speak proper, but properly, whatever the fuck you want to say. But like, I do it too. But like, you can still tell that I have a certain way of talking that is very Black. When you don't have that for me and your shit is too indecipherable, you sound like you from LA and you sound like you motherfucking Latin, or you from New York and you sound like a white dude. I don't trust you. I think there's some comparability or compromise um, quality there. I think there's some compromised quality there because, at least I think that there's the potential for that. I don't think everybody is like that. I know accents exist, but like, it's a lot of mixing going on in New York. It's not as strong a Black presence in New York when it comes to Black pride. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear much about that no more. Same thing with LA. You don't really hear much about that. You know, you hear about Black people in the Midwest. You hear about Black people in Michigan, in Missouri, in Illinois, in Philadelphia. You don't really hear about, and I know Philadelphia isn't the Midwest. You don't really hear about um, everybody else. And if you do, it's a lot of the time some cooning ass shit. And I'm not saying it's only coons in these other areas, but it's like that just be. Hey, look, ugh, ooh. But yeah, I feel like, is there anything else that I need to say? Oh, they talked about Cheryl Underwood too, and she came out and defended them for talking about her and her husband, her late husband, talking about how, he committed suicide. They said something like, and we're trying to figure out how he lasted so long because I've just been around her this long. It was a white dude saying that to her. It's just crazy. It's just like, what are y'all talking about? What are y'all doing? Somebody made fun of Pete Davidson's dad, who died in 9/11 allegedly. Like, I mean, it's just, it was all distasteful. And that's probably what Piers is mad about. It's all distasteful. It was all disgusting, you know? So it's just crazy. And it's just like, people are pointing out how Cat Williams was so right and all this other stuff. Cat Williams is usually right. And I've always loved Cat Williams. But I was a little turned off when he came on that, when he went on that podcast with old dude who got caught up with the white girl extorting him for allegedly doing things to her that she didn't want. What do you call it? Um, Shay, O'Shea or whatever his name is. When he went on his show, I was a little, I felt like he was a little off because he just seemed like he was like a lot of the shit he was saying, just the way he was saying it, it almost seemed like he was lying because it was just like the way he was talking. You know how people talk a certain way and you be like, what are you really saying? That's what I was getting from it. So I was a little skeptical at first, but now I'm like, damn, girl, why would I ever be skeptical of Cat Williams? So, it's something else. It's something else. Ugh. I'm gonna leave it at that. But y'all need to get it together. You all need to really figure out who you giving your attention and your money and support to, because you keep putting these people in place and in power to fuck you over. You keep doing it. You put Adam 22, Vlad, all these other people. You got a white dude coming out here telling us how Vlad ain't for us, and don't let him into our community. Don't let him interview us no more. Don't let him this, that, and the third. And it's just like, why? And I bet people will finally be on some shit about that for real now that a white dude said it. A young white dude. And it's just crazy because it's just like, y'all will listen to everybody but your people. It's ridiculous. Like we've been saying for the longest, this is not acceptable. You need to stop this shit with this Kevin Hart, with this coonery, with this buffoonery. Leave it alone. But y'all just keep doing it. You keep doing it. Whatever.